got Jin, they got Bar, they got Cannon. Like, they're doing this thing slow.
He's willing to take it.
They're not going to be rushing this thing as we...
Again, look at that. That's so sick. What's up, Giga Gamers? Welcome to the Strat Chat. Today we've got something special for you. We're going to galvanize your mind. We're going to look at Midbeast reviewing the VODs of Dzukill. Someone that we've been paying attention to. My boy Swerve Star has been vehemently watching this guy play Yasuo and Yone, and we're going to see what he's up to, how he got to rank 1, and see if we can learn something from it, alright? So, catch you on the Rift. Alright, here we go.
On the EU West server, gentlemen, there's one play that stands out so much more than all the rest, and that is Dzukill, of course.
Look at this
win rate. He's currently ranked 1 on his main. He's ranked 4 on his Smurf, and his next Smurf is on the way to the top already. This guy, 60% win rate with 1500 LP on his Smurf, 1750 LP on his main with an...
We talked about this, that lethal tempo got nerfed from 15 to 13. We think the final resting spot's going to be 12. They're probably going to realize it. They're going to bring it down to 10, realize that that's too much. We still think that 12 is the right spot. But yeah, it's still overtuned. You can keep on abusing it. It's not just this guy.
80% win rate. This guy's an absolute freak show, guys. Obviously, with the new changes to lethal tempo, definitely helping out his champion pool. Today, we're going to break down one of his games and talk about why this guy is so dominating in the last couple of months, the last couple of seasons. Honestly, he's been making his way to the top with this unique style that he has. Moving our way up into the top lane now, the rune page, bottom left, guys. This lethal tempo has just been so critical for these.
We've got lethal tempo, Triumph.
You have Dzukill hitting rank 1
Bloodline
in the West. You have P Zhang, the #1 Yasuo, and he plays a lot of Yone
Looks
as
like
well.
Last Stand.
Hitting those top
Look
10
at that
ranks
conditioning.
in Korea.
Oh no, that's
and of course,
unflinching.
you have NA's finest Mo.
Yeah, and
aka
conditioning
Yasuo
and
sitting in Diamond 2 at the moment. So you just know it's a very strong setup if you're able to use it correctly. And I just hats off to Dzukill for doing this.
Look how much damage he's willing to take at level 1.
Molded his own setup. These champions, right? He kind of identified, okay, Yasuo, Yone normally played in the mid lane. Mid lane's the shortest lane.
Kennen doing a good job
the safest lane. It's why mostly in the mid game, the bot lane is like the 80 carries, is susceptible.
Kennen doing a good job of zoning off.
The shortest lane, most protection from towers, yada yada yada. But these outer lanes.
So check this out. He's letting a double stacked wave crash under his turret. So he's going to get the rebound here. This wave is big enough with the reinforcement that it's actually going to camp here for a bit. Yone is going to be a little bit safer from the harassment because Kennen will have to get under turret if he wants to do it. And then after the cannon wave comes, this will be in a prime position to rebound off the turret and come back. So he's basically trying to skip level 1 and level 2 and start the lane at level 3. He's already down like 200 hit points, right? And we'll see where this goes.
So long. Champions like the Yone, like the Yasuo, they have a lot more room to move, to maneuver. Now they have the alcoves and whatnot. And he,
max
when
range.
you master these champions, like he is just able to absolutely have 0 losing matchups. And if he's into losing matchups like this Kennen, like he hangs back, he waits for it. He either waits for the jungle to come, or if they go for the dive, he tries to look for the cheeky little outplay on this champion. I definitely just...
Alright, so this champion's going to have exceptional last hitting mechanics. The Q resets means you can get Q auto on a lot of the minions before the turret can attack. It's also got W to do it at range and to give yourself a little bit of a shield. So he's letting this crash in, right? This wave's going to meet right here. Everything's getting under the turret. The reinforcing wave will come here on time. We'll see if he tries to break it out early or if he lets the natural reinforcement come and then come on the rebound.
That he is going to be able to continue his domination on this.
Viego's spotted bot means that he can actually take this. Once he does get the slow push going in his favor, he can actually look to play a little bit aggressively. It's going to be about 45 seconds from now, which is about the time Viego's showing up. So he's really on a clock to push this out, crash it in, go back and buy.
Server, I don't know what you can do to stop him. Essentially, I guess it's going to have to come down to a meta shift where Yone and Yasuo are terrible. But at the moment...
Which is going to happen when they put lethal tempo to 10. Then they'll put it back up to 12. That's our guess.
They're some of the highest win rate champions.
More than willing to give up a couple minions.
For the one tricks that master them. I'm talking 500 plus games. You see overall, these champions.
All right, goes for a
don't do
trade.
too
Good
well,
move
only
by the
because you
Kennen.
need to put so many games in as we do.
But look at that,
like down by this Kennen.
Even wow, he doesn't even use his
Lethal
potion.
Tempo was nerfed on the recent patch.
The E trade is so good, and with the shield, even though he missed most of his abilities, he still came out on top there.
Yone and Yasuo, and he'll continue to abuse this until maybe they. I think he was running Fleet and Conqueror a while back before this lethal change. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
he's waiting for his W window.
Don't hate the player, hate the game. If you're just absolutely abusing things in League of Legends...
All right, so Kennen now backs off a little bit. As soon as his W's back up, look at that, EW.
I probably don't like you, but look, I respect you, man. It is what it is. You do what you got to do for ELO. Obviously, a lot
so
of
now
us
he plays
are single.
safe again, right? He's just looking for 2 last hits on that
Q.
Q.
Your girlfriend. Unfortunately, I'm
so
still
every
single.
time that the W
Also
comes
not
up,
married,
he's
really,
looking
so
for that window.
One day. Why keep grinding? As this
Kennen trying to punish the Q being down.
Yes.
But look at this. He's got no continuation.
Here. Kennen flashes. W shield, flash. Oh no, he gets that lethal tempo. He gets the stacks.
Notice that he queued up his auto before he flashed, right? So he got the click on the champion, then flashed so that the attack is instantaneous.
Over onto the Kennen. This is what I'm talking about. Like,
you just can't fight a champion like this when they've got fully stacked lethal tempo. They're dealing their extra damage over and over on you.
Oh, what do we do with this wave?
Well, he's gonna back teleport.
Just back, get Zerkagreaves TP back and try and shove it. Because if you stay there, the Kennen. Okay, perfect. So you should
also Poppy's right here. So if you come back with Berserker Greaves, you can call the Poppy over and make a play. Now Viego's been missing for a bit, so you do need to be careful about that.
Get the boots. Keep it back in to crash it.
There it is. Look at that
and
dive.
He says to Poppy, dive. One of the few players where I see
so Viego's already here. This is gonna get turned. Poppy's gonna be here. If Yone can stay alive, his W is down for 5 seconds. So let's see how he uses, how he buys time.
And
look at that. That's so good, right? Kennen's going over here looking to zone and drop the minion aggro, right? So now it's 1v1. He creates space. When he comes back, he'll be back in the middle of the minion wave. It also buys him some time to get his cooldowns here.
Comes the Viego.
Look at this. He's going to snap back and then shoot this way. Look at that. That's so good.
Straight into the Kennen. Beautiful spacing. And Poppy.
Crash this wave and then dive the Viego, please. Unfortunately, if they wait just a moment there, they can actually wait for this wave to reinforce, kill all the minions here, and then dive with a triple stacked ranged line.
These champions, when you only play 2 champions, like this is where
Kennen has no teleport, so he can't really punish this. So Yone can look for more trades here. The Viego's underleveled.
Could look for this. Tanks the tower shot. Little bit aggressive. I'm wondering if he wanted to look for like an ER, but...
No, he's not looking for anything. He's just trying to use his hit points versus Viego's and to crash the wave and to be able to get out safely.
He's going to risk it. He's going to play safe. He's very calculated. He's not a coin flipper like Caps or someone. Like, he doesn't just always look for these aggressive trades. He lets them kind of... He just accumulates his lead. He lets them build in, and then he'll slowly look for the outplays.
This doesn't do anything. Oh, wait a second. Does it?
He lets them kind of... He just accumulates his lead. He lets him build in.
The E shoots out behind you slightly. There you go. Okay, so he never actually leaves the fountain. He comes to the edge, turns around, casts his E back this way, thus putting his shadow about 2 Teemo's length further into the lane. Now he comes here. He's going to use his refillable pot, come back into the middle, hopefully by his control ward. Maybe we'll see if to climb to the top of solo you don't actually need control wards.
Slowly look for the outplays. Look for the 1v2s.
Okay, he could have gained a little bit more health a little bit faster.
And obviously that usually is...
He does not buy a control ward.
Trend with the rank 1 players, isn't it? They're
Minimap's
not
frozen.
coin flippy players. They're players that are very consistent.
There he goes.
And that can just back up result after result after result.
All right, so you learned it here first. If you want to climb to the top of the challenger ladder, don't do what the pros do, right? The pros are going to ask you to come to fights. This is saying he's playing a style that says, I'm not buying control wards. I'm going to be up here on this island by myself. I'm not going to consider anything else. I'm just going to look at the map to get my information. The control ward, all it's going to do is donate 30 gold into the pockets of somebody. So he's actually skipping it, knowing that he needs his spikes as quick as he's going to get them.
And they're not greedy. They're not taking very high-risk, high-reward plays. They're talented. They know where to get the leads. They accumulate them, and they slowly take over the game. That's how League of Legends should be played, I guess, at the highest level. Not saying you can't play coin flip. You can't go super aggressive like someone like Beifang. But...
So Kennen needs to be careful because of the level difference, but he does have speed, and it does look like he bought boots.
Very good wave management. And this is like... if you set up a freeze when you're playing the Yone specifically, like
Yeah, this
use
is
that
so good. You E forward out of the minion range. If you can get a little bit further, they won't even hit you back. You use the W to make the trade one-sided, and now the freeze is still coming to you.
The freeze is still coming. Look at this.
Look how stingy he is with his potions. Just like with his red, he didn't use his normal potion until there was an imminent all-in for the lethal tempo play. Now he's not even using these. He's going to let Dorn's shield heal him
Still
up.
going to come. And like, this cannon is going to have to try and do something about this, because if the Yone is able to move up now, and what's he moving off the tower here? Is he afraid of a gank?
Well, we haven't seen Viego in a while, so yeah, he's going to play really safe here. He also knows, I'm sure he knows what Kennan's presumptive level 6 range is, right? We're assuming Kennan's going to get it in these two melees.
He's hanging so far
Look
back.
how safe he's being.
Respect.
It's because Poppy's down bottom, Corky's pinned to turret. He could be getting 3-man ganked right now.
E? I'm wondering.
Viego shows bot.
He's in. W. Just going to let the
Opens
wave
up
crash.
a trade window.
The cannon is actually alphaing it. Going to give some CS, going to give a couple of XP, but the good mentality to have. It's such a sad mentality to have, but sometimes, man, it's 2 kills to 6. You've got a nice lead, the wave stacking in.
All right, Zed shows on the map, so I bet he's going to go immediately for these trade windows. I'm sure he knows exactly which champions beat him and which don't. Kennen loads up the damage up front with his ultimate, but if you get if you get that shield out, I imagine that you're coming out of it. You might even be able to buffer the stun with your R travel time. So we'll see it. We'll see if he looks to do that. If he tries to get his R off as he's getting stunned, so that he's traveling during the duration.
Just wait. Don't do anything too aggressive. I know a lot of the times I've got like the game is slightly in my team's favor. They say that he looks for a slow all in. Let's try and not all in. He's gonna poke him out. I know a lot of times I'm like, fuck, my team's winning. Yada yada yada. Let's take a ultimate just whiffs, and we're in trouble now. You see how he stacked that Q up and in?
No, he's not in trouble.
His way out.
That was
And I take a
completely
risky
one-sided.
1v1, or I move into a brush where I
Look, Twitch rotating mid, by the way.
know there's a chance of junglers, and I die. And then that small death, my team then ints, and then I'm not in position to carry anymore. And I'm like, dude, I don't take some stupid risk for no reward, really.
No risk. He waits till the wave escorts all the way and then goes forward.
All
right, so this is what we're talking about, the difference between the control wards. I mean, this ward we never want to place anyways. When you place this ward, you're losing 105 gold for a crashed wave. You're actually giving your enemy laner 105. You're spending 75 and you're giving them 30 plus the experience. This is like feeding them a siege cannon, right? So avoid putting it here. You either try to find it much deeper in a place that's going to have much more impact, someplace that can affect mid, one of these 2 dot bushes, or you put it someplace safe that people aren't going to see. Like this ward right here, this is going to give the, in this case, blue team, but the topside team, tons of information. No one's going to touch it until it's time for the blue buff, and then you get like 45 seconds of great information from there.
Sometimes you just know how to sit back and take the win, man.
I think this is his camera, because watching a replay, if you were watching a VOD, this wouldn't happen. This is his camera. This is him, yeah.
Put on cruise control for a second here.
Fantastic job, right? So he's not wasting any space up here. He's clicking up here. You know, you barely see this side. Obviously, you don't need to see this much rock wall, but he's keeping himself way on the top side, trying to get as much information here as possible.
As I say that, he did look for the all-in. He did miss the ultimate, though. And now...
Yeah, so he's really taking every W trade window he can.
Well,
that's a mistake by Kennen. He's got no escape now.
Oh my god. I think Kennen's just dead. Auto Q will get it. Q misses. Q misses again.
He Qs off of the minions. He's looking to line them up. He's going to head fake him. W first.
Goodbye, Kennen.
No.
Goodbye, Kennen. Nice and smooth. The CS is not that crazy, honestly.
That's a big mistake by the Kennen there.
What is it, like 7 or 8 CS per minute? Nothing too crazy here. I had to give a little bit.
Well, 7 or 8 per minute, right? You're getting 7 per minute because you're conceding the lane to the guy that can harass you. This number will go up. If you're playing against a lane counter, you should be willing to give up 30 CS and then go and get it back later.
God, this champion is so smooth. I definitely recommend playing Yone over the Yasuo. I think it's so
Yone is much better than Yasuo.
As he's going to get that plate, get that reset.
spamming F1, F2, F1, F3, F1, F4.
I think they are nerfing shield bow next patch, by the way.
I was gonna say
if refillable potion for the dagger, it makes sense.
If he keeps that refillable, he's been so stingy with it.
And why do you guys think? Like when I check the Korean server, when I check
here,
the
Yumi.
NA server, I don't see a lot of Yasuo or Yone top. But then I see Dzukill absolutely dominating in EU West high elo with this pick. Like, why?
All right, this is fantastic, right? So you crashed a wave over here. You've got the stacked wave going into turret. You come over here. Now, the reason this works is because the jungler is in bottom lane. So you're actually just doing them a favor. Not only are you getting farm for yourself, but you're also resetting the camp so that the next time Poppy comes here, it's worth more experience, right? So the more times you can do this as a top laner, the better it is. The two factors that you want to make sure that you're not missing your own wave, right? This wave's going to be pushing back. And two, that your jungler is not going to feel the missing Krugs, which Poppy won't because of where they are.
Why do you think other regions don't pick it up? Is it simply just because is it only a Dzukill thing that he's able to do? Or do you think that no one like on other servers are good enough to pull it off top lane? Like I think there's some pretty good Yone Yasuo players, but they'd rather a lot of the top laners would just play their bruises their normal pool, like their Camilles and stuff like that, and their Jaxes rather than.
So now he's sitting here with a charged Q. You notice that he actually waited to kill that minion. He hit one and intentionally missed the second. I was about to say it was a misplay that he just missed the Q, but he actually did it so that he could come to lane with a charged up wind slash. Because he's looking like Corky's got package now, so he's looking for this.
That's flash.
Poppy's level 5 at 10 minutes.
Crazy if you look at it. It's very accurate though, don't you think?
Knock up into
It's the
R.
ultimate. Corky comes in. It's going to be a free kill. Thank you very much.
Easy. Shove this wave again.
I would say it's a very controlled style.
All right, so you can know that Kennan's teleport is on the same timer as yours, maybe slightly faster. We don't know if he has Cosmic Insight or not, but you can basically make your plays deciding, hey, we both teleported to lane at the same time. So he's going to go in. He's going to cash in probably 2 plates because he just shopped. He may just go for one in the wave and then back off.
Obviously, guys, this is from his.
But yeah, look at this. Auto's on the turret and then Q's on the wave.
I'll put a link to his stream in the description down below. He streams on EUS server almost every day.
Zero wasted motions.
Channel where he posts montages.
Every auto attack goes on the turret.
That poor Corky got solo. Eat these plates up.
There you go.
I need that 230, 320 for the shield boat. As I think he has
mini-map glitched again.
When he alt tabs, it freezes up like this.
Why is he alt tabbing?
There's a function that you can do in your league client where it won't do that when you alt tab. I should tell him.
Wait, what just happened? Did the game just skip ahead?
Tabs, it freezes up like this. When he alt tabs, it. As I think he had. When he alt tabs, it freezes up like this.
Okay, so he just backed off like nothing. Okay.
There's a function that you can do in your league client.
He tabs all the time for the music on his stream.
Sure.
If you go into the settings, you can go into what is it, bordered mode, and when you tab, it doesn't freeze.
Chat knows to tell him. Like windowed mode rather than capture or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so now he's just stomping on this guy. He knows he's stronger. He's going to take every single trade window he gets.
I have noticed is I do get a lot more Yones in my games, I guess, top lane. Unfortunately, we get baited in here by the cannon. Good bait. We're going to drop that. Hopefully the Poppy can't pick anything up. My bad. Respect. He went too far in. He didn't even go too far in. Just kind of, I would say that's kind of unlucky.
That was a great bait by the cannon.
All of my Yones and Yasuo's tops completely grief. The problem I think they have is they don't have any self-control.
All right, so one thing you can do, your corpse is visible, so if enemy team presses tab, they'll know that you have Immortal Shield Bow. If you wait until you're spawning and moving out of the base, you can buy the Shield Bow then, and then you can actually hide the fact that you have finished a completed item, because they're thinking, man, you didn't back, so you probably don't have the money. It turns out that he died right when you would have had the money, so you can actually fool your opponents into being much, much stronger than they think you are, and until you come back into lane, it'll still show him as having lifesteal the Vamp Scepter, 2 swords, and a dagger, but instead he's got the
Control
full
and
shield bow.
patience. I think that's probably what this is all about, right? Poppy.
Oh, Poppy missed.
Poppy!
Oh, that's a mistake.
This could be good if... This could be good. If we get the double buffs here, I'm going to say worth. TP?
Come
comes
on,
in.
Drew. No.
Beautiful. It's actually a very good handoff for
Okay.
the buff.
All right, well, Kennen, you teleported to a pink ward, or a control ward, so Kennen should have seen this.
I don't think we need to use the R.
No, this is an easy W and walk
Wait it
out.
out. Hits that W.
All right, he's going for it.
Oh
I would
my,
not
oh
have
my.
done that. That's a mistake, right? So if you're going to go for that kill, you do it with the E, and then if Kennen's going to escape, you've got the E behind you.
Well played. Well played. Well played by Kennen. We have to
Willing to burn the flash to secure
for
it.
We have to use the R. Now Viego's
All
here.
right, let's see how many stacks does he have. We've got 13 attack, 26.
Cancels the stun.
Wow.
Making sure to weave
Holy
every single
shit.
auto.
Look at that
Max
weaving.
rank on the lethal tempo, and we get that extended range and just make short work of him. You'll notice yourself probably canceling a lot of autos and whatnot on this champion as you try and move.
So fast. One of the things that's worth noticing is that as he's getting the improved attack speed, he's actually getting quicker on his Q auto resets, right? He's really...
Or whatever you do, but at the end of the day, guys, it's going to
tracking
come
that.
naturally with the more games that you have. So, just
All right, so you have to back
time
out now
these
'cause Kennen
champions
has
if you want these
teleport.
results, as the Kennen TPs
And there you go. You see it? See it light up on the mini map? Without even looking at it, you know that he's teleporting right now. Now, in this situation, I think you still win. I don't think that he's afraid of just Kennen. And Viego just died. But he's making Kennen make a choice between fighting him here or coming to this. It seems like he could just win this, but we'll see what he does.
into the top lane. I do not think he's going to be able to pressure anything off.
You just take this fight, obviously.
E.
All right, so Kennen just teleported, and you're going to back with all your money, and you were able to
1400
get
gold.
30% of his hit
Those
points. Essentially
Krugs
for
up.
free. Now he's going to heal up off of Krugs. Wow, he's not even backing. It sure looks like he's backing. So you know what? I was probably wrong. He was probably not backing off from the Kennen. He was probably on his way just to go get Krugs.
Oh, dude, I don't know what, like this. Like
Look
we
how
should
he's
get
saving his
ganked
Q
so
stacks.
often with this strat, but he just doesn't seem to be able to get killed. He definitely is more passive, isn't he?
Using the W to cancel the Q, so you go QW.
And obviously you farm decent, you pick up the kills as you go, and then you take over the game at 2-3 items as you start to look to team fight.
That's the thing about Yone versus Yasuo, right? Is Yone can be the one to set up your team, whereas Yasuo needs to get set up, right? He requires just as much work to do his own combos, even more, because you have to land the tornado to get your ult off, whereas Yone can just press his ult into the middle of a team fight and completely swing it.
And Cannon's dead here. You can eat Q.
No, that's easy.
UK gold in the pocket. We can shove another wave and even look for the tower here, I'd say. We have
Teleport's down, so this is free.
22 seconds on the cannon, but we do know that cannon has no flash. Sorry, has no teleport. And we'll eat this tower up for
Using
ourselves.
Q to
First
gap
tower of the
close.
game, I do believe.
Oh, nice mechanics on the E.
Yes, it is.
He's going for first
14
turret. He
kills
wanted
to
to
14.
check.
Show me the
All right, I bet he takes this wave and then goes off into the jungle. No eyes on Viego. You do have to be careful of Bard. His teammates are far away, so he may not try to do anything
He actually
here.
hasn't looked bot lane once, I think. He does. He's not like a faker where he's watching the whole map. Once again, he's very self-focused in the game.
Always trying to end with one more Q so that he can
Reminds
be
me of
closer to
that
the Q2
That knight
stacks.
style rather than
Viego
faker.
shows mid, so this jungle is entirely his.
APM and F King. Oh, you cheeky bugger. As
Cheeky
this guy hopefully he's doing the AP Corky setup, the hybrid Corky, my favorite. Been seeing a lot of you guys DMing me with your Corky results. Been pretty fun to look at. Honestly, I've been getting a lot of positive feedback on the AP Corky. A lot of you guys have been popping off with it.
Another
The thing
control
is,
word
I
in a
know
useless
a lot of these
spot.
analysts, a lot of these analysts are
That's
telling me
another
this
siege
Corky
minion
is
you
shit,
just
the
gave
win rate's
the
worse than
Yone.
Shield Bow. But the thing a lot of people aren't really taking into account is that it's like, obviously a lot of new players are coming to Corky now. They're also, Shield Bow and the crit is much easier to play than the AP version, because you have the Shield Bow to sustain the early all-ins. Corky's not that safe. So you're going to be dying more. And these players are just absolutely tanking the win rate because you got to land all the skill shots. It's much more difficult.
All right, Twitch is looking to rotate to mid. Corki's still here. Corki is still like a bot lane marksman, so it's fine to have Corki in the mid lane, but his escapability, his AoE makes his wave clear much better. That's why he's still one to get even someone like Corki into the side lane. Let him come over here. Let Twitch get the safer lane.
To play. I definitely think if you can master it, hit your skill shots, it is the better version of Corki.
Wow, all right. So this is something that Jankos talks about with Lee Sin and your W. So you'd think that the W is the best way to kill a control ward, right? You need 4 hits, so you go W, hit, W, hit. All your other spells need to hit multiple targets. But the W is so important that even if it makes your DPS on an objective slightly faster, you don't actually use it because you need to have it for the fights. This is not something Dzukill's doing. So that's probably a difference between solo queue and challenger. Solo queue and professional. When you're in professional, there may be much more concise, compact, efficient ganks or just events happening where you need to have your mobility spell. Maybe it's a Yone thing where he's still okay using his R.
You have to play it perfectly. You can't die in the early game, and a lot of people have problems with that. You go up to a Kiana or a Fizz, and most Corkis, they're inexperienced, will just die. As we solo kill. Block! Oh, you bloody bastard. As we,
Alright, gets away from the fight. Doesn't take any kind of coin flip fight here.
Team is...
Right, so he could show up to this knowing that Kennon's out of the picture and Viego's showing, and they've used some resources, but he's saying, nope, I'm going to take my guaranteed waves up here.
Tanking the game. He's going to outright buy the Infinity Edge, the Psychopath.
And in fact, because he has the eye,
he does this a lot, actually, now I think about it. As the wave is slow shoving, he'll go and take an objective, aka the Krugs, aka the Rift Herald. And then as the wave comes and crashes, have already done that.
Does he finally buy a control ward? No control wards still. Okay, so this guy's not buying control wards ever.
Interesting way to look at it.
I think there's room for improvement, right? Obviously, he's the master. He's rank 1. But if you buy a control ward there, you're so far away from your next spike. You're much more likely to get into a big fight where one control ward in a dot bush might be the difference between seeing and not seeing your opponents. And that can be the difference between winning the fight and not. And that is obviously way more important than 75 gold to your next spike. But yeah, this is pretty unreal. 132 CS, despite being in a bad lane where he had to slow down to 6 or 7 for the beginning.
His name's Duo Abuse. Is that? I don't know if that's right. IRL's accounts. He has like 150.
And so 133 at 1645, like just absolutely unreal. Full build, you know.
Harold mid.
Now he's gonna get more turret gold here.
Moves across the map and tries to in.
This Herald placement could be better, right? You don't need to place it right away. You do want it to be crashing, but you could have placed it back here, not taking any turret shots, and that way it's healthier for the next push.
Bard has the flank.
But same thing, he attacks the turret and then uses Qs on the other ones.
This Bard might be stuffed here. We charge up the Q, move in.
Oh, Viego dodge. That's the Viego, right? All right, so Viego's R used to dodge the Q knockup from Yone. Wow. Execute damage from both the E, but he didn't use the E execute. That was just Twitch using his.
Bad ultimate, bad ultimate.
Well, he didn't know. He didn't hear the Twitch go. Also, if he's playing music, that would make sense. He's got the music on. He didn't hear the animation from the Twitch casting his execute.
Beautiful Yuumi. Didn't know if they were going to get killed there on the outskirts there, so used the ultimate, kind of blew it. Team fight not played too well, but it works out for him. And they drop 2 towers in the mid lane. This is a beautiful transition from top to mid with this lead.
The turret damage from Yone on 2 items is incomparable.
Might be able to chase him with the Yuumi.
Only Ziggs is anywhere close.
Tower. We've got the flash. We have the Yuumi with ultimate.
This is a mistake from the Yuumi. I mean, Yumi's coming out here to try to get charges on her spell thieves, most likely. But getting the extra damage amplification from the passive on the Yone would result in more damage.
He stacks up these Qs, then looks to move away onto the team fight. Bard comes through. Not sure what the hell that sound was. Bard ult hits.
That was a Cosmic Bard.
Pick him up. Now the AP
ultimate.
Corki throwing rockets, missing everything as per usual.
Oh, Yuumi.
Whoa, Why does you? What are you doing, Yumi?
She got rooted by the Jin and then couldn't come back up. Look at him. He's looking for the turn.
You can see
nice,
he's kind of looking
spot.
for like a flash Q or something. Why is this?
No, I don't think he was looking for anything. That was a zoning E. I mean, maybe you punish a mistake, but the issue with doing that without being able to tell your team is like, hey, like, I'm just posturing. I'm just here, like, you know, throwing a couple jabs just to get my space.
CS at 18. They are absolutely going to steamroll through this fight. Corki's going to die, of course.
Good job. Not wasting his time on this ward, right? It doesn't actually matter.
It's 19 kills to 20. The map is
He's just
going to
keep going, getting his gold.
Red side, but blue side just got a 4-man wipe. Only Dzukill remaining.
Team started to int their gold lead.
Which is spam pinging the Corki. Corki is, of course, doing my build. And he's hard griefing.
Alright, if enemy team actually had any semblance of him being here, like this seems kind of loose. Like, I know he's trying to get the farm and maybe he might get one guy isolated, but there's 4 enemy champions that were there and healthy, right? So they're either setting a trap for you or not. You know, they're probably not going to leave just one guy alone.
Anyways, do you see in that moment? It's
Let's see, maybe he gets lucky. Alright.
G'day Zed, you're alive. Do you see in that moment where his team is
always using the Q?
Running, but he doesn't be like, okay,
always
I'm
stacking the Q before he leaves.
This.
Look at that.
And if he died there, the game was like, it was so hard to win. Agreed? He doesn't risk it. He sits back and lets his team die, but then he goes and farms all the camps, chills. The way.
I mean, you're saying he doesn't risk it, but he went to go take a 1v 1 to 5. You don't know how many people stay there with the Zed.
Learn from that, please. That's one of the most essential tips I can give you guys. Seriously. Too many lower elo players just hard commit. Just because their team's there. Your teammates are bad, honestly. You know,
you're not wrong, Midbeast.
Most likely, you know, not the greatest of players on average of rank, if I'm just addressing what it is. So, you know, just try not... Just think, would an idiot do this?
So he did come up with the teleport.
If your answer is yes, then don't do it. Don't commit. It
seems like it's pretty loose.
Because I use it in my
I don't doubt that he gets 1 kill here, but like he's gonna take harass.
Big names I don't like to talk about. So use the ultimate to come across. We could ER. This Zed is being very slippery. We could Poppy.
Oh,
Please,
missed
Poppy,
the wall.
Do something good in your life,
nope.
Please.
She should have used that a long time ago.
Gem.
Look at that. So that's the second time that he's done this, where he's using the travel time on either the R or the E to negate the effect of a crowd control ability.
We've got the stopwatch, no ultimate. Smid.
Look at that purchase though. You know, no hesitation. Go immediately into the premier defensive item once you get your 2 damage cores.
We could
it's
flash
like
in onto the Jin. Use that. Oh, I like that. 1 Q miss though.
That guy's dead, isn't he?
No? Oh, what? Hey, how the hell does that work? That range looked like bullshit.
That looked like he made the Q. So he went WQ. Did it make the Q hit further?
That. Oh, I like that. 1 Q miss though. 1 more Q. Oh.
Okay, it was the sound of the E pullback.
Oh, what? Hey, how the hell does that work? That range looked like bullshit. As he should get jammed up now. And taken out by the VA. Go close, but not close enough as we make our way towards the GA. Here comes the rat.
What? You are crazy, Twitch.
And they're both going to die. Enemy team Viego getting quite fed.
That's because enemy team Viego got to possess an enemy team Yone.
1200 max. Oh, man. We got the Hextech portals. Probably my least favorite part of the game at the moment. I think they need to do something about these bad boys.
Oh, it's just a completely different game when the portal's out.
He's 1 and 7 and making his way into like an hourglass or something. Chasing the Zed, probably not going to net you anything. Just farm it up. Look for the GA and then probably look to try and force a team fight around Baron.
So he always cancels his W with his Q. So it's always WQ or WQ.
What the win con is in your game.
Corki just running it.
Corki. I think you
Corki
die.
getting
Maybe
gorked.
1350 for GA. Are you serious these days? You don't quite make it. Such an awkward. Jin doesn't end up dying. And I was about to say, you always need to be thinking, what's next? What can we do in this game to win? I don't care if it's 1 kill to 100, you're down. Or if other way around, you're 100 kills to 1. What can I do
Alright,
to
so he
win
went
this
out.
game?
You notice that, right? He doesn't like sit in the base. He goes out, even though he's not getting any gold. You're just fine to go out on the map. Maybe something happens. Maybe something manifests, and now he goes and chops.
Throughout the game. What can I do to shift the game? Do we need a big 5-man rush pick and into the Nash rush, into the goddamn drag? Like, you need to be thinking about ways to get back into the game. Don't just run out of base and be like, "Ooh, person, fight me, throw skill." Like, come on, man. Let's get real for
But
a second.
Midbeast, didn't you know that's how the game's
rather
supposed
than
to be
focusing on
played?
what went wrong, what players did this, or why you're not fair. Like, dude, it's not going to net you anything thinking about that. You got to think about what you can do to get into the game. League of Legends, it's like, I swear to God, dude.
Poppy Mr. W.
Mindset is so underrated in League.
Look at that. Giving him some space. He steps out of the bush so that when he eases forward, it still keeps him in the bush.
As we find the Viego.
I'm sure he's not going to extend this trade, though.
There's a 4v5 now. Poppy.
I hate going into this bush right here. I mean, you've got the Yuumi coming to back you up, and maybe that's enough because of how enormous you are. Actually, you know what? With the Guardian Angel, he might be saying, all right, Guardian Angel's enough, where Yuumi will have time to get onto me, and if she does, then we win this fight.
The enemy don't have the fastest Baron because
Twitch probably should have stayed right here.
The cannon, though. I think them doing Baron would be a pretty big mistake.
Well, if you Baron against Twitch Yone, right, that's like going up against Lissandra Ornn. Like, they're going to AoE crush everybody. You've got the ult from Yone that goes across the front. Then you've got Yuumi that's sending roots across the front. And you've got Twitch that's going to light it up.
Right. So the enemy team have a fast Baron, a slow Baron. They got Jhin, they got Bar, they got Cannon. Like, they're doing this thing slow.
He's willing to take it.
They're not going to be rushing this thing as we...
Again, look at that. That's so sick. Using his R to negate crowd control.
Our stopwatch. Dude, what the hell is that mechanic?
Wait,
Can we
was
get
that...
the Viego?
Was that our stopwatch or was it
They're doing this
Bardo?
thing slow as fuck.
It's about to hit?
They're not going to be rushing.
Yeah, no, so it wasn't our stopwatch. This was R during the stasis resolution to negate. So again, 3 times out of 3, if there's going to be hard crowd control placed on him, he immediately uses the ultimate. Because otherwise you won't get to use it.
Rushing this thing as we... Our stopwatch. Dude, what the hell is that mechanic? Can we get the Viego? Can we get the Viego? Can we get the
Using the bush?
Viego? We do.
This is that what I was talking about. If he had that control ward from earlier, right? You pop it in this bush, and then when you jump in here during the middle of this fight, you deny all their vision.
Everything. Looking for...
Let's see if he eats. No,
the
here we
Jhin
go.
now. Can Corki become useful?
Oh, Corki missed
He's
the
hitting
Q.
us. Hit more. Nice.
Dude, that AP build hits so hard with the ultimates. Yone's definitely gonna be capable.
AP Corki with the hourglass.
You can do this on 2 items, right? 2 items and berserkers. You can come and
I see somebody
take Baron with just one other person, a support or a tank or anything.
And he's making his way in. Stopwatch.
That's a fast Zonia's from the Corki. Why not just reposition? Let the guy overcommit into the Yasuo, into the Yone.
Make his way back in. Cannon is threatening. I don't think they're going to be able to do anything because there's no TPs. The Hextech gates are fast as hell, but it's not fast enough.
All right, E forward. Wow, what is that?
Cannon gets the kill. We have 11 kills to our name
and that
now.
W's on a 6-second cooldown right now, like 5.5 seconds.
That GA just enabled him to do that. Looking for the death dance next.
This Yumi's still not jumping on him either.
He's not pinging people. He's not a negative summoner. He's not playing crazy. Just playing the game and playing it fucking well, I tell you this much. Twitch, good stoppy. Might be enough to zone. We don't have ultimate on the Yone yet. We pop over. Give me ult. Grab the Viego as Twitch.
He's hunting. Yumi's got full mana bar. They're all dead.
1. Ultimate.
Question's whether or not he uses his E. Yeah.
Q.
He's still hunting. What?
What the hell is this Zed? I can't see shit.
Nice moves. All right, good job. Going forward, knows that.
Flash.
Oh,
Q
so
flash
beautiful.
Gets the Jhin.
We'll see. Was that a Q flash? Yeah, it's a Q flash. So
Flash.
So
Q flash gets the Jhin. We've got the Baron. Probably not. Is it endable? Viego in 10 seconds. Not that fast.
Well, you're very strong with the champions that you have up, and you have a Yuumi on Yone, so yes. But traditionally, no, not with these numbers. 4v3 is not enough.
It's an ender. I don't think we...
4v3 is enough to break in front of the turrets and then watch the enemy team like slowly respawn and kick you out, and then you're going to be late to the respawns on Dragon or whatever's coming up. This should be a quick in, quick out. Now, with Yumi, I'm kind of excited to see. Maybe he goes for this.
All I know is our next buy is going to be a damn big one.
He's feeling so big right here. Oh, this is way too early from the cannon.
All focused now. They're all trying to take...
No one was actually hitting the turret yet. Wait for them to actually get in melee range of the turret. Actually start attacking the turret, and then you go in.
Yumi and they're shielding.
But still, right? Like, this is best case scenario for red team.
As hell. Finds the cannon.
Enemy team makes a mistake or two, and you get an extra kill. But the respawns are coming up. There's no way they can stay.
And he's
unless Yone is just that strong.
As we do get popped up by the Bard ultimate, definitely was out of that hitbox, but just on the scuff of it. So we ult back into the Zed.
Oh! That's so insane. When the Zed ults, you just immediately ult backwards, and the Zed will always position himself on the other side of you. Oh. Who's ulting who?
Corki's been taken out, and now we are a two-man army.
All right, so this is a mistake a lot of people make, right? You just don't quite have enough.
Do you think you'd feel the weight of Yumi?
And you just sit there with you know, bashing your head into the turret.
It's actually floating behind you in
this is insane,
a presence, right? The aura, like I don't think
this combination, like how are you supposed to ever beat Yone with a Yumi on it?
I'd like to feel the weight.
This is probably good enough to 2v4. I don't think all 5. If their main DPS is there, or someone that can peel the DPS, then it's wrong.
As we find the Bard. Bard has 1 billion health. Look at this. Yumi ultimate comes out. Looking for like a 1v5 at this point.
Well, he should be feeling good with a Yumi out there.
Piss useless at this point. Yumi somehow finds the Bard. Zed's there. Doesn't matter. Grab the cannon. Looking for the Zed now. Zed snaps back to reality. 3,200 gold. As we sweep. Find the Viego.
Dude.
Everything misses in the enemy team. FF the game,
1v1 v1 v1 v5.
And this is why he's rank 1. There's so little flaws in this man's gameplay. He's so goddamn consistent.
There's a lot of things. I mean, yes, he's obviously that good, but there's a lot of things that he can improve there.
This pick, rank 4, rank 1 on his main. I'm excited to see what he does next season. Obviously, you know, he is essentially a 1 and 2 trick. Probably no pro play aspirations. His stream's pretty popular. I'll put a link down in the stream below. And you'll see why.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps the channel out a lot. I'll catch you guys next time. Keep it surreal. Peace.